Hello everybody, welcome to the Sun Dragon Tips and Tricks channel. Rebecca at home, but yet again, it's Tuesday morning and I'm here at the shop. So, hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina. I am at the shop, attempting a new camera lens, like trying on my phone to do cinematic, and because I've heard that's good. It's put the stuff behind me out of focus, which is interesting. We'll see what happens with that. So bear with me. I'm doing a really quick video right now. I'm gonna me on the sideshow. I fiddle. I'm gonna fiddle with the lights for a second. I do not have as many fancy lights here at the shop as I do at home. And even at home, it's not that many. I don't have the filler light that's going to make everything and sparkle, right? But this is a quick check-in because I'm hoping to do at least one small circumference knitting video from here at the shop today. We'll see. It depends on how busy life gets. I'm here early. It's not even 9 o'clock yet because, and I've actually been here for a while. I was getting out an email to the people who are signed up for the in-person Anyday Sweatshirt Make-Along class. There's more about that in a second. I'm here early because I am getting that balance stuff from last week. I'm getting that looked into and hopefully fixed at physical therapy. And I figured I'm going to do a quick, I have some time since I'm here, right? I'll do a quick update on how things are going. And then I'm not going to do super long. So I can, in fact, try to get a small circumference. Maybe my thinking's not cleared up as much as I think. Small circumference knitting video done. And use the resources we have here. So that requires a whole lot more editing than this one does. So I will get this out first so that you all have something to tide you over, right? But I have been treating an inner ear imbalance, we hope, at physical therapy and having a lot of different things. Like today's appointment was very different than last week's. I have homework to do. I have all these exercises to try to like reorient, both keep my posture better, work on the muscles in my neck, like lots of stuff, which I think is kind of cool. And for the most part, I think it's been helping. I feel a little more clear-headed, which is great. One of the things I'll start with, because I feel more clear-headed, I'm able to do some things with my weekend that I haven't been all month, which is start to work on some more bags. So I'm hoping to make more for the shop. I know the last one I made sold like instantly, which is wonderful. Shout out to Jane. Thank you so much. So what I was able to get back to today, and I still need to clip a lot of pieces off the back of this, is one of the commissioned bags. You can do what we're calling a surprise me project bag. Excuse me. And you can pick a size and whether you want embroidery on it or not. And I'm going to use stuff from my stash. Oh, I'm finding more little pieces here. I need to trim some words. I need to trim some of the thread ends. So these aren't going to be perfect because I'm not a machine and I am just having fun. But we had a commissioned one that, I hope it doesn't spoil it for her. But I actually made progress on this and I have the pieces. I haven't put it together with the zipper and everything else. I'll try to post an update if I do. But this is one I'm making, and I was going to use brand new fabric I got, but I found stuff from my stash that I think works really, really well. So this is the front. That is embroidery that I had not finished yet. And yeah, this cinematic is going to make it hard to show that up close. So maybe I won't do cinematic in the future, or I'll hold it back here. But this is all embroidery that I did. Not my own design, but my own stitching on the front here. And then the back, I played up on the theme of what I did around the front, but I wanted to get a little more orange in there. I really love picking up on the teals and the aquas and the orange. So the bottom will end up being this fabric. That's going to be the boxed corner bottom. And the one has fewer ends to weave in. That's in knitting and crochet. The one that has fewer thread pieces to cut. This is showing you some of my process. All of this is quilted with batting. And then I'm going to put the zipper on and the lining and put it all together. And this will also have a wrist strap and my Stitched by Sun Dragon in it. So this should be done pretty soon, but that's where this one is at. But I haven't had the headspace because my balance has been off, and my balance has been throwing off so many other things, especially my ability to focus and concentrate. So, I really think this is working though. I have a short list of zippers I'm thinking about putting on this. And some of them are single color and some of them are two-toned color. But I can try to hold them up and against me, and then you can see the bag. I think any of these are going to look really cute. And it's whether I want to pick up more on the yellow, although this isn't quite the orange, right? But like that one I think might be on my short list, definitely. And then this one has pink and blue. I like the two-tone zippers. It's just they only come in certain colors. But just to show you, and that might have all been picked up by the microphone, but just to show you, I really am putting these together myself. So, and it's been fun. All right. So to catch you up on what happened this weekend, what I was able to do, I have my bag of goodies here. That's from the weekend, and we're going to see what is in here. Okay. So my class, the sock seminar, you can purchase all the videos still for $90, and there's one more class to go. It's 3 sessions. The recordings of the first 2 sessions, 2 hours long, and all the resources come with that purchase. This is one of the things that I did during that class. I had one started, and after the class, I finished my other heel. So these are my 2 at a time toe-up socks with Perth, with Queensland. Ooh, look, some other fluff got stuck on there. Queensland Perth, super slow color changing yarn. So when you make socks out of it, you're gonna have coordinating socks, first of all, that change colors. And this I held up last week, right? That I got them to the right point, and now they have heels, and I don't know, trying to close up the holes on them only went so well. The holes where you join from making the heel back to the instep. But I can continue on to the cuff and have that ready for the next class. Now, the other pair, so this one was on Magic Loop, right? The other pair is on 2 circulars, and I started making a heel for the video, for the class, for the video, and I'm in the middle of a heel, but it's not at the right spot. Like, this is not, if I hold these up, these are not long enough to be real socks, so I need to undo this heel and continue for length with these 2. But I'm excited to see how these guys come out. I keep saying, my theory is there's a very good chance they're both going to end up at the same, going from dark to light and light to dark. They're both going to end up at the same point in the gradient when they're done. So they're both going to end up in the middle somewhere. So I have size 7, US 7 feet, 9 inches long. So I'm kind of in the middle or on the smaller side for feet. So there's enough yarn in 100 grams of sock yarn, fingering yarn, usually to do a full pair of socks for most average size feet. If not, if you make ankle socks, some people get 2 out, right? 2 pairs. But that was from this weekend. That was our big thing this weekend. I made a little progress on the knit along. Sorry, I got stitches coming off, which does not freak me out because I will calmly get them mostly back on my needle. The Harvester Make Along, Jennifer Steingass Tops Make Along is wrapping up, but that doesn't mean you have to be done with your sweater. The two people in Coach and Connect that we had some time, virtual time sharing all of our progress, they did finish. They made it much further than I did. This, I'm probably not going to try it until next week because I'm trying to keep this video kind of short. But I am 3 or 4 inches past sleeve separation now with this. So, ta-da! You can see this really standing out more, the color work on top. I have several things to try to work mindlessly on for sit and stitch tonight. So I don't know. I'm going to try to get back to this. There's a lot of things I'm trying to work on right now, though. And the most important thing to tell you all about, the reason I wanted to get one of these more podcasty type videos out than the tutorials, although I want to do tutorials well, is the next make along is starting in October, and that's tomorrow. And this is how far, so we're doing the Anyday Sweatshirt by Isolde Teague. And it has, I'm calling it Classic Comfort. It has a unique construction. So here's my back so far with this luscious Jody Long Alba purple. And it starts with a strip that is knit this way across the top. And then you pick up stitches along it and you start knitting down. And you make short rows at the top. So if I hold it up to my front, it's hard to see at this point. It's a little easier to see than when I was first knitting it. But there's a slope to it. There's a straight part here, and then there's a slope. And it's not just because I'm holding it up against my body, which is not flat. But how I think it's going to be constructed, I've been seeing more videos online about getting the set-in sleeve look like this, and this has some ruching on it and stuff, right? But the set-in sleeve look of a pieced sweater where you make all the pieces, the front and the back, and the sleeves, and sew them all together. And that used to be like the only way to make sweaters, or one of the most traditional, oldest ways to make sweaters that you would see from generations ago. There aren't as many people writing pieced sweater patterns anymore. But that has, the sleeve has like a cap shape to it, and then a part that goes out that is your underarm. It fits in really well to a piece that has a line like this on it. And usually when you're doing those as pieced sweaters, you're knitting up from the bottom, and the back, you have a place where your underarms will be, and the back has these, you bind off in staggered steps to give you a shoulder slope that is then sewed together with the same staggered slope on the front. And sometimes that's wonky because where it jumps, you have to navigate and not have holes, and it doesn't look as smooth. When you sew it together, it's fairly smooth. It's not perfect. And then the sleeves with this horseshoe shape kind of fit in, and it's a lot of sewing. And I always say that's more of an art form than a science, and it's a little challenging. And so this is considered a top-down sweater where there is a slope to the back. If I hold it up, again, I'm not so sure about this cinematic because I can't find where it's going to focus. But if you hold it up, there's a slope. It's taller here than over here. You've got the slope for the back shoulders without holes. And you're going to pick up stitches along these shoulders to do the front. And then you're going to pick up stitches for the sleeves and do short rows there to give a capped sleeve look. So it's going to have the look of a pieced sweater without having to do all the sewing. Now, for some people Sewing the seams gives it a lot of structure and helps with the fit. So this is going to be an experiment. I haven't made it far enough in this yet, right? But I'm so tempted to start a second one. And, you know, my employees and my friends will tell me I am bonkers to do that. But then I can show people who come to the kickoff class and the Coach and Connect how it's done in real time, kind of a thing. So I'm pondering that. But some of this video is to remind you or tell you that the Coach and Connect is our virtual option of getting assistance and connecting with others who are making this. It's $40 for 4 sessions. And they're going to be, I'm shifting them a little in November. I have to go in after this and edit the dates for November. But it's going to be October 4th and 18th. And then November 8th and 22nd. Because my parents are coming and they're going to be here on the 1st. So the 8th and the 22nd in November. But it's 4 hours from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. on Saturdays. It's after our business day is over, so we can connect with you all here at the shop and then go home. But it's for asking questions. It's for getting help. It's for all that kind of stuff. I wanted to make sure, you know, because it starts this Saturday, that y'all have an opportunity to buy into that if you'd like to. I will be doing what help I can, when I can, on we have a Make-Along Facebook page. I'm not on there as much as I would like. But I definitely want to give you all the option to, I think that's a pretty affordable price, $10 a session. Have a lot of your questions answered, show off your progress as you go if you're comfortable with that. And I often answer emails and stuff outside of that too. But that's something, starts Saturday. So if you want to jump into that, and we're going to go through a lot in our opening session of structure and gauge and all kinds of things that have to do with that. But I'm really excited because this is new for me too. And I'm going to try to stay one step ahead so I can help you all out with this. But I've been seeing other designers who are doing this pickup stitches for the sleeve and cap shoulder, and it sounds really exciting. So that's a proof of life from me and an update. And I'm going to turn the camera off so I can go do I'm doing an update on my small circumference knitting videos is what I'm going to try to do. The editing and everything of this may take some time. So the small circumference videos, I'm probably not going to do more than one a week. But those may not be up today, but I'll get them up as I can. I'm going to start with the oldest form of small circumference knitting, which is double point needles, and talk about those and how you navigate those. And I do have a sock going. I like to knit socks on teeny tiny needles, but you know. So I have that with me here to get ready to do that. So, whoop, and one thing about double points is they roll away, the one that's not in the knitting. So, moving on with my day, I hope your day is fantastic as well. And as I always like to say, may your crafting be filled with joy and confidence. I'll see you next time. Bye.